Hi there, this is Random Chat, and yes, I'm making yet another video. And today's video is going to be one of a bit of a concern of what I've heard on YouTube within two videos. The first video was a black guy sitting in his car who had posted a warning towards us, the Western world. This guy from London was basically saying that the Islamic Pakistani community are planning a war against us, the British people. What he was pointing out was the Pakistani community are arming themselves with AK-47s. He made a statement that Afghanistan are supplying them the weapons and they're being smuggled into this country. And we're not talking just a handful of extremists, we're talking on a mass scale. So what this guy was pointing out within his car, that these people, the Pakistani community, are planning a war against us. Now whether this is true or just some random chat being said in a car, who knows? I'll leave that down to you to work out for yourself. But the Pakistani community many times have made it very clear that they are not a big fan of us, the British people, here in the Western world, despite the fact they're coming here, living in our country, which is, as I've said, a Western world. And as I've pointed out many times, and so has many other YouTubers, that these boats coming here are all carrying people of a certain age, between 18 and 30, and all male. And it does seem like an invasion of an army coming here. So when you hear things like this on YouTube, that boats are full of young men, in which most have probably had conscription military training, or even been in war, are flooding into this country, and then you hear the Pakistani Islamic community are gathering weapons to attack us, does make you wonder, are these people gathering up weapons supplied by Afghanistan and preparing to attack and kill British people? Now the thing is, if this is true, surely our government is aware of this. Our security services should all know about this and what's going on. The scary part regarding to our security system here in Britain, we know from past experience that these people already know what's going on and they only declare it after an event. How many times have we seen in the past, when the news was telling us what was going on, how a certain person was known to be a terrorist, and the legal system in this country hasn't done anything to protect us until that person has gone out and killed a few people, and then they have declared, oh yes, we already knew this person was a high suspect. So maybe the security system within this country already knows about this future Islamic Pakistani assault being put in place, but they're not telling us because they haven't done it yet. This guy also did point out, whilst he was sat in his car, that if this did happen, and I would like to make it clear, if, not when, if this does happen, the British Army will soon get involved. Well, hopefully, we would think so, wouldn't we? And if the British Army failed, then it would be obvious the American Army would step in. He then pointed out, if this did happen, the British Army took control, or the American Army took control of the situation of a Pakistani Islamic attack against Britain, the Pakistani community would be totally annihilated. So this guy wasn't making a threat towards the Western world, and stating that the Pakistani Islamic community was going to attack us and kill all British people. He was giving us a warning because of what he had heard, whispers that has been going around North London, I believe it was. Then you've got to understand, these are just rumours. Just because you've heard it may happen doesn't necessarily mean it will happen. It could be just rumours and nothing more, and let's hope it's just that. But then when you hear somebody making such a statement such as that, it does make you think and wonder how much of it is true. But then to corroborate what he was saying, which is a bit of a concern in some aspect, a few days ago I received an alert warning on my phone from the NHS, a warning text message. It made me wonder, why are the NHS putting out an alert warning? So is it just a coincidence that this person is pointing out that the Pakistani Islamic community are planning a war against us, the British people, and then the NHS are putting out a text warning alert testing the system, as they put it, or is there something in it? And then this morning, clicking on YouTube, and the first post that popped up was about morgue tents, in which the government are investing into these tents, large tents that can hold up to 750 bodies, including the purchase of the chiller and freezer units. Labour has spent a large amount of taxpayers' money buying a number of these makeshift morgues, large pop-up white tents to store bodies in. So why has the Labour government funded this? Here we have a threat, a Pakistani Islamic attack on the Western world. Then we have an NHS announcement stating they are testing a warning system. And now the government investing in these makeshift morgues and freezer units. Is it just a coincidence, or is there something on the horizon waiting to come along and hit us? We already know this country is at breaking point. British people have made it very clear they are not happy with what's going on here in our country. Things have started to heat up in this country, and there is a lot of tension. We also heard, not too long ago, the statement that Keir Starmer made of the war that is coming to our shores. So should we, the British people, be prepared for war? Is there something that the British government is not telling us? Is there a dark cloud looming over us that's going to come crashing down upon all of us, the British people? So why has the British government invested in all these makeshift morgue tents and all these freezer units to store, like I said, 750 bodies per tent? If it's not a war upon our country, our people, whether it's from outside the country or within this country, what are these tents for? Is there another pandemic looming on the horizon? Is there something coming greater than COVID that's going to literally kill off people in mass numbers? Because why else would our government spend all that amount of money on makeshift morgues? So a great deal of taxpayers' money seems to have been spent on all these makeshift morgues to hold all these bodies. So why is this? Yes, it could be just nothing more than people just panicking. We've seen it before in this country. We've only got to look at COVID. How when that first hit Britain, it was estimated that tens of thousands of people would die. Morgues would be overflowing with bodies. Areas ready to be made to be converted into makeshift morgues. But it didn't really come to much, did it? And look how we panicked throughout COVID. Panic buying. Shops totally empty of food. People queuing for hours just to buy a loaf of bread because of the panic that was spread across Britain. The emergency hospital that was erected, costing a fortune of taxpayers' money, never to have been used because this pandemic, COVID, that hit this country wasn't as bad as what the government was threatening us with. Yes, COVID did kill quite a few people off, but not to the numbers that we were warned it was going to do. So is this just another scaremongering tactic of the government? Are people just spreading rumours around, causing panic for nothing? Is this person who was sat in his car warning about the Islamic Pakistani attack upon us here in Britain nothing more than just rumours? That I would leave to you to work out for yourself. Myself, I'm not concerned or worried about what I've heard and seen, simply because there's no reason to literally worry about something that's going to be nothing. How many times have we heard about massive meteorites heading towards the planet, going to be mass extermination of the human race if it hits, and then told it misses the Earth by about 5 million miles? So what I've just said isn't about causing fear and panic. I'm just sharing with you what I've seen on YouTube. And personally, I believe it will come to nothing. There will not be an Islamic Pakistani mass assault upon the British people. I think this is just trying to stir up more hatred, to cause more issues within this country. Yes, we know these people do not like us, the Westerners, and yes, we are aware there are a few radicalised extremists who will go out and carry out attacks upon us, the British people. But do I believe it's going to be on a mass scale? Thousands of Pakistani Muslims armed with AK-47s issued to them by Afghanistan. Personally, I don't think it will happen. But you never know. We live in such strange times here in Britain, and we're living in an ever-changing country. As one person has already pointed out, how this country is now becoming a police state, in which the government make up laws to stop people, like myself, from making videos. And apparently these laws are going to get stricter. So let me know what you think. Do you think there is a war coming? Is there anything in what this person said? Is there a reason why these makeshift morgues are suddenly being purchased? Or is it just rumours and nothing more than just that? But like I said, I'm not concerned or worried about it, and I don't think anyone else should be. yes, we should be prepared for some event that might happen here in our own country that will be out of our control. But until something does kick off and gives us some sort of reason to be concerned, it is a case of don't panic, don't worry, just carry on your day-to-day life. Because as I've said, we've heard all these threats in the past before, whether it's an attack from the Islamic community to a meteor hitting the earth and killing us all off. In 2012, how it was going to be the end of the world. Did it happen? Well, obviously not, because I'm here making a video. But I would like to hear from you guys of what you think. Is there something to worry about? Have you heard anything that makes you think? Is your safety at risk here in Britain? Is this uprising regards to the British people standing up and raising the colours just the tip of an iceberg of a war that's coming? Or is it just fad that will just phase out and disappear, like many things do here in Britain? I'll leave all this for you to think about and decide for yourself, is there something to worry about here in Britain? Personally, I'm just going to carry on and be me and do everything I do normally throughout my day-to-day life, and not be concerned about what somebody has posted, because like I've said, we've heard things like this many times and it's never ever come true. That's it for this video. I just thought I will share with you what I've recently seen on YouTube and what people are saying. Until my next video, stay safe and don't worry about things that may never happen. And I would like to thank all of you for watching this video. And if you like the contents, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to go and check out my other videos. And also hit that subscribe button to help my channel grow. So until the next video, it's goodbye from me, Random Chat.